our next simple machine is a wheel and axle. Now these are always paired together. You can't have a wheel do anything for you without having an axle, which is the rod that goes through the center of the wheel, working with it. They have to be paired together. Now most of the time when you think about a wheel and axle, you're going to be thinking about a wheel, like on a car or a bike or something like that, spinning around an axle. And that's okay. This is a simple machine, but it's actually a lot more complicated than that and a lot more useful than that, although this is one of the greatest inventions that there's ever been. All right, so let's look at a wheel and axle in some detail here. So I have a screw in a board here, and I need to run the screw down. So I'm gonna try it with my hand. Of course, that's not gonna work at all, right? There's no way. We have to use a tool. So oddly enough, a screwdriver is a wheel and axle. Here is the axle. Here is the wheel. The axle runs into the center of the wheel, into the core of this. So this is a wheel and axle. So let's try just the axle part of this. Hang on a second. I'm just going to try the axle part of this, right? If I'm just gripping this, I'm going to try to take it out. I mean, obviously putting it in is going to be really hard, but let me even try taking this out. Okay, I can turn it a little bit to get it out. Let me try putting it in. All right, and I'm going as hard as I can, and I can't turn it any harder. Now let's come up here and use the wheel part. And look how easy that is. That is like no effort at all. So the wheel and axle together give me a mechanical advantage. And the interesting thing is that the bigger the wheel is, the more mechanical advantage I have. All right, so I've got a smaller wheel on the axle. Let's see what difference that makes here. Can I still turn this? And just barely with 2 fingers, but that's actually hurting my wrist. I'm working so hard to do that. If I really get a grip on it, I can do it, but I'm putting a lot of force in there. Larger wheel, and I can do it effortlessly with my fingertips. So the bigger the wheel, the more force I can apply without having for me to actually use that force. Less effort gives me more force. So that's mechanical advantage. It's working more efficiently because the wheel is bigger. Now, if I had a really big wheel, like a steering wheel on here, on the end of a Phillips screwdriver, you could do that all day long and it would be so easy. It'd be awkward to carry around in your tool belt, but it'd be really easy. The wheel and axle that you might see around your house is a doorknob. I've just popped this one apart here. Let's line it up right. So when it's sitting in your door, you've got one side with a lock on it, one side's the interior side, and then you have the strike bar here. So what's actually happening is you have an axle and you have a wheel, and when the wheel turns, it's sliding the strike mechanism out of the way so that you can then open the door. When this is in, this goes into the notch in the door jamb and holds the door shut so that you can't open it. So if I were to try to just turn this with my hand, I can do it, but it's taking a lot of force. If I come out here to the big wheel, it's so easy to turn. So again, another example of a wheel and axle. And you'll find all these simple machines, you'll find them all over your house. Everywhere that you go, you'll be seeing simple machines. Make sure you're looking for them.